Great morning, great morning, great morning, everyone. Hope all is well. I am Candace G. Smith, Master Healer, Teacher, Spiritualist, and I am here to do your pick a deck off your intuition, based off your intuition. How are you going to be bringing in your New Year's? How will you be bringing in 2021? With this reading, what we're going to go over is how you're likely going to be bringing it in. Will you be with a date? Will you be single? Will you be meeting somebody new? What are you going to be doing? And also, too, we're going to go into your first month of 2021. What's your lesson? What are you going to be going through? What's likely going to happen in the first month of 2021, which is, of course, January. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. If you do like these videos, please like, share, subscribe. Also, too, if you want to catch the videos, make sure you place the notification button in active mode so that you know when I post. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is situation 1. Really quickly before I get started, just a quick reminder, what I always recommend before you, there are actually 4 situations here. 4 situations. This works. I promise you just have to trust your intuition. All you have to do is close your eyes, relax, make sure you're in a quiet space, take 3 to 4 deep breaths, inhale, hold, exhale, release, and ask intuitively, which category am I in? Am I in situation 1, 2, 3, 4? Sometimes you'll see the numbers, sometimes you'll just hear it. Just follow your intuition. That's what I always do. It's always accurate for me. I love the pick a deck readings because those tend to be the most accurate, like versus a person talking to the whole world. They're more specific to your situation. So what I typically do, again, just really quick, is I close my eyes, I relax, and I always just ask, like, which category am I in? And I'll either hear a number or, I typically go through numbers. So it might say 1, 2, 3, whatever. In this case, there are 4 situations, 4 different situations that will be occurring for groups of people. So just close your eyes, relax, and that's how you'll figure out what group you're in. If you are going to be experiencing situation 1, it looks like here based off of, and I'm just going to go, it looks like here based off of the situation, it kind of actually goes hand in hand with the most recent love reading I just did for December. You guys are probably the category where you're either going through a situation where you know it's rocky, or you just separated from a person of interest. It looks like you were, like, either you were dealing with someone or it was you that kind of lives in a fantasy world. It's almost like they live in, it's almost like they just, like, it's like Bobby's World. I don't know if you remember that cartoon Bobby's World. For those of you guys who were born in like the 90s and stuff like that, you probably wouldn't remember the cartoon, but if you're an 80s baby, you'll remember Bobby's World. But it's almost like you may have been dealing with somebody that it's almost like they're constantly looking for direction in life. They live in a fantasy world. It's not reality. They may even have some real mental issues. They always have problems in their relationships, and this might be you too as well, but it's like this person that is coming up in this energy for New Year's, or the couple, or just the energy is person that continuously repeats cycles over and over and over again. It's like almost like you continuously have temporary relationships, but they're relationships with people that are significant. So it's almost like you attract contracts constantly. You're continuously dealing with karmic tides, like constantly. So it's almost like everybody you attract is a karmic tide. Yeah, they're all karma. It's like some type of significant lesson for you. So it looks like you're going to be breaking up or going through a separation. And it looks like you may be going into New Year's. Well, let's see. I'll double check that. But it looks like here that, yeah, like I said, you're either separating or you will be separated by the beginning of the year or the end of the year with this person. This kid, again, it could be you, it could be them, or it could be both of you guys. Yeah, a lot of it's like airy, not really like a fantasy land. They really, and you know what too, this person or you or you're constantly going through probably some type of financial issues. Kind of turn off my notifications. Probably you're constantly going through, it's almost like you repeat cycles when it comes down to your finances, you repeat cycles when it comes down to your relationships, you continuously go through karmatic. I'm reading everything upright, but I'm reading the whole story. Constantly going through karmatic tides, and yeah, it's karma, so you're constantly going through karmatic tides, and it's like you continuously are you're repeating a karma over and over and over again. All right. And so, yeah, it does look like you will be going into 2021 single, solo. I don't see you with your person any longer, but you guys are going through like I said, you guys are going through the process right now of a breakup or separation. Like you can feel this. You can feel it. There's unrequited love here. You just don't feel the connection with them anymore. They don't feel the connection with you. So you will be going into. It looks like you will be likely going in single. You may be dealing with the person that you're dealing with likely might be an Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, or you could be one of those signs, or it could be you in that person in that category. So for example, like you could be an Aries, they could be a Virgo. But the signs that are coming up predominantly with this reading is Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Pisces, with the initials of D as in David, G as in girl, J, M as in Michael, P as in Paul, V as in Victor, Z as in zebra. And it was definitely an on and off situation. It was something that was on and off, that was not stable. Definitely a lesson. But it looks like here that you guys have lost the connection, and does not look like you will be going into to New Year's with your person here. Okay, so that's the first situation. Now, how are you going to start off your first month in December? I'm sorry, in January, excuse me, January 2021. Okay, so the two cards that came out for you guys is you definitely gonna be healing. It may not, of course, with any type of breakup or separation, it does take time to especially if it was significant, especially if it's, now to me the most significant relationships, the karmatic tides, it's the hardest to get through those. I've had a few relationships that were contracts, and those are the hardest to get through. I'm not gonna lie, they are. But it's like but you're repeating this cycle over and over and over. It's not your first ride with this. It's not your first time going through this. But I do get it's so you're gonna be going through, especially in the first month. I don't know what's going on with uh, February or so forth, but I know in January you're gonna be going through a phase where you might feel some heartache, and it's due to loss, which of course makes sense. Um, the I just got these cards right here, and I love them. They're moon cycle cards, and they have the most amazing messages on them. So a big part of your lesson is going to be balance and spirituality and practicality. And that's really just making better decisions, making firmer decisions. I do feel like a majority of you guys are going to be are repeating that 7 year cycle. So it's almost like this is not going to be, you're going to be going through this quite, especially the first few years. You're going to be going through these same cycles until you get that, um, until you get up and until you make some decisions. Like it's all about, it's like it's about you having to have that. I think a lot of you guys get lost in people and situations. You get lost or you lose yourself based off of a situation, um and spirit. And I was just talking about this yesterday, Ashley. I was just talking about this. North Node in Leo. So the thing for this, I love these cards. Like, they speak to me in so many different ways, but I was just talking about this. I definitely think you guys are in that category where you are repeating a cycle. It's going to be so important for you to step outside of your comfort zone. Now, keep in mind, this is just based off the energy right now. This can always possibly change if you just make some decisions and some changes. But it looks like here that what universe wants for you or spirit wants for you is like you have to step outside your comfort zone, do the things that don't make sense. And it's uncomfortable. Sometimes one of the hardest things is to look at yourself in the mirror. Sometimes we don't like our reflection, so it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror. It really is. You're like, okay. And sometimes we're the hardest on ourselves. We critique everything, but it's only because we don't like what we see in the mirror. So your biggest lesson is going to learn how you look in the mirror to see to see yourself. And if there's anything that you find to be flawed, for you to address it, but you have to step outside of your comfort zone to do so. So in this case, if you're in situation one, it looks like you probably are going through a recent separation, or you will be going through a recent separation. And again, it makes sense because I just did the reading for December, and there is a category of people who I did say we're going to be going through a major separation this month in December. So and it's karmatic. Oh, that's crazy. And it is karma. It is karmatic. It's crazy. It's a karmatic situation where it's like the universe is actually, I think it was Saturn and Sagittarius actually stepping in. So yeah, that's karma. But it's not going to be, I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be the easiest. Just try your hardest to get through it. At least with you being aware of this, it makes it like a little easier to get, well, I can't say that. But my prayers and my loves are with you, and my prayers and my love vibes are with you. And everything's going to be okay. At some point, everything's going to be okay. Nothing lasts forever. That's darker anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and look at situation 2. If instinctively, intuitively you chose situation 2, here are your cards. Make the effort. This could be the one. Start there. It looks like for you guys, you're going to be probably experiencing New Year's with more of a date, more of a one-on-one situation. It doesn't mean you're not going to be like at a group event or maybe a party, but it looks like you're actually going to have a date where it's going to be like more of a one-on-one date. Where again, you may be within a group of people, but it's going to be you and another person. This is someone, let me see. Hold on. So although the Leo card came out, I'm feeling more. So, okay, as you guys know, the planets. I love the planetary cards because they really do speak to me. I swear they do. They're so amazing. But it looks like possible astrology signs would be, of course, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, getting Virgo or Gemini. With the apostle, it looks like possible initials: D as in David, F as in Frank, I as in ice cream, J, T, M, R, L, and Y. I don't know if you guys like the initial things. I like to do initials because I remember I saw one person, again, I like these type of readings, and she did the initials. I was like, oh my God. I instinctively chose a category, and I mean, it was so dead on for me, but she did the initials, and they were like, a part of mine came up, and well, actually all of my initials came up. So either you're one of these signs, or the person that you're going to be going out with is one of these signs, or it can be both of you guys. It does look like you are going to be connected with somebody who has a deep soul connection with you. This could be like a soulmate type of person, or a person that you like, a kindred soul, a kindred spirit. It looks like it's going to be you're going to bring it in pretty happy. It's going to be a happy time, a happy situation. Everything's going to go well, but I do see that maybe this may be a situation where you may have just come back together with somebody, or maybe it's new. Um, and it's going to be important to kind of be patient with the situation. So if it does look like you're going to be out on a date, it looks like, or it could be a situation where you're in a relationship. It might be husband and wife situation where maybe you've had a rough month, um, and you're trying to shake that off. It's not like a situation one where it's toxic. It's just more or less like maybe you just got into an argument like a day or two prior, or just maybe just not have had the best month, or it might be a situation where you might just be coming back together with somebody, um, or it can be something that's brand new. And it's almost like what it's saying is that you're going to have a great time. This is a person that I do feel like this is a person that is more or less like you're in a relationship with them, or they have potential to be, you guys have potential to be in a great relationship, a long-term relationship, or um, you've maybe reconciled, or you came back together with them. But I do feel like there may have been a little bit of turbulence, and it's almost like, but it's not toxic. It's just like, I mean, it's a human thing. It's like it may be some turbulence, but you're coming back together, but you're making the effort, but you're making the effort with somebody that is likely the one for you, or could be the one for you, someone that you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So it's already somebody that is someone that you have great potential with, um, or that you're already involved with, or you may have, again, it's almost like it's a situation that has great potential, more of a concrete love situation. Um, but you're going to have a great time. Like, you're going to have an amazing time. Number one, you have the Ace of Cups, you have Leo, and you have the Sun. Like, Leos, the sun is the happiest card in the deck. That's happy, that's joy, that's um, amazing. But I do feel like this is a situation that you will have to, it's like, be patient, because again, for some of you, it looks like you might be recovering from an emotional situation, um, maybe within yourself or within the relationship, or again, you're just in the like beginning phases of getting to know this person. But at the same time, no, it's like you guys have this, it's obviously a connection there. You have a very strong magnetic connection. This is a person that's like a soulmate, or I don't like using the term twin flames, that's very rare, but or like a kindred type of spirit, like a kindred type of soul. So, but it's going to be happy, it's going to be safe, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be a great, um, you're going to bring in New Year's with a date, pretty much a date, but you're going to have fun. No, it's not going to be awkward or weird. So looking at what's coming in for the first month of 2021, which is January. Definitely romance. If you have been going through a situation where, again, if you are, I feel like a lot of you guys who have this date, or who are in the situation too, I do feel like it's almost like a new beginning in love. You have strong love cards that came out. Two very strong love cards that came out, number 6 and number 2. And I do feel like this may be a new beginning in love. I definitely feel like this might be a strong reconciliation. Or again, a new relationship, or a new beginning. I just keep feeling a new beginning in love. So again, this could mean that you've already been together, and you may have just had it hasn't maybe just been the easiest, recently. Or maybe you're going to a new phase in your relationship. Or again, it could be a situation where maybe you might be coming back together with somebody, and you guys have a second chance or a new beginning. Or you met somebody new that has potential, where it's like this is a new beginning, a new start in love for you. And so that's what's going to be. So you're going to be focusing more on relationships the first month of of 2021. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries, a lot of sexual, passionate energy. A lot of sexual energy. It's going to be a lot of um, well, I mean, we're all grown here. Um, a fiery climax approaches, a lot of passion, a lot of passion. That it's like in this new beginning, I do feel like it's gonna feel brand new to you. It's like a brand new situation. You're gonna be feeling brand new going into um, 2021. It's a brand new beginning, a brand new cycle. Because you also too have a new romantic cycle begin. So yeah, so for some of you guys, again, it's almost like it's brand new regardless. It's brand new whether you've already been with this person, it's brand new whether you just are reconciling with them, or it's brand new if it's just a brand new situation. It could just be a brand new relationship that leads to an amazing outcome. I do feel like for a lot of you guys in situation two, you are coming out of, not all of you, but a lot of you guys are coming out of the cycle. And a lot of it has to do with relationships. You may have had a pattern, a bad pattern, an endless toxic cycle with relationships, and now you have a new beginning in love. And it's going to show, and you will notice and see that, especially in the first month of 2021. You're going to notice that like it's just like your relationships are just going to be different, and it may not just all be romantic. It could be with your family members, it can be with your friends, or even just like I said, romantic partners, or even with yourself. You're going to notice that your relationships are different, they're changing, they're shifting. And so yeah, so that's good stuff. So you guys are definitely going to be coming into the new year with somebody. You will not be alone. You're going to have a great time, but just be patient. Just be patient. It's all going to work out, and you have an amazing new outcome and a new cycle in love happening. All right, so let's go ahead and go look at situation three. All right, looking at situation three, we have passion. How are you bringing in the New Year's? Codependency. Let's start there. Well, let's just put down. I feel like I need to put out all the cards with you guys. Okay. So situation three. It looks like here you guys are definitely going to be partying. You guys are definitely going to be going out. It looks like you're probably a category, a situation where you're single. Like you're single, or you're not really attached to anybody, but you're going to be going out to parties. There's definitely going to be, what I would recommend for you, and this is more of a warning, try not to overindulge. Keep and remain balanced when it comes down to overindulging. I do see a lot of you guys like drinking a lot, and I know it's New Year's Eve, and that's pretty common and typical. But it looks like here that some of you guys have the tendency to overindulge. And there's definitely gonna be some partners. You're definitely gonna be around some people. So it may not be an actual party, but I do see that you're around some people. Like you're around a group of people. Um, you're definitely going to be around a whole lot of people. Well, not a whole lot, but you will be in a group environment. But I do see that most of you guys in this category are that you're single, or like I said, you're loosely, um, you're not really attached to anybody. My only thing for you guys is the overindulging part. I do feel like that for some of you guys, you're going to be dealing, it's going to be a lot of sexual encounters, meaning that um, you might be in a situation where you are overindulging in something, whether that can be some type of drugs, alcohol, whatever. There's overindulgence that leads to sex, but it's not really a healthy situation. It's almost like a lot of you guys in this group are maybe having like one night stands, or you might have, you might notice that the after the festivities or whatever, it's that, hey, what you doing text, or hey, big head, are you up, and stuff like that. It's like a lot of one night stand energy here. Or you might be a person um that you might be on a receiving end on that, where you might get that call or that text from somebody that you used to mess with randomly. like, hey, what's up? And it's just going to be sex. It's just going to be sex. So I do feel like that in this group, you are, you have the tendency to overindulge, but it feels like you might be covering something up. Um, you really don't want to be by yourself. It doesn't look like, but it's like you are. And I don't know. It's like one of those things where you you're trying to find some type of stability in your life, whether that's in love, your finances, or within yourself and your health. The primary energies or planets that's coming out in this is Sagittarius, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra. Again, this can be you. This can be the person that you may be having a encounter with. Um, I'm getting initials B as in boy, G as in girl, J as in Jeremy, M as in money, O, Q, R, T, V, and Y. These can be first, middle, or last initials, or but I do get it's like it's almost like for you guys this is more of a warning. Like really pay attention to um how much you're indulging. For some of you guys, I have the need to tell you like to watch what you drink. Be cautious. I feel like you might be in a situation or environment where someone may even try to slip you something to have sex with you. So be cautious with that. Be careful with that because make sure you protect your drinks. Make sure you're watching who makes your drinks and everything like that because it does look like um, there may be a situation where someone loses control and to be in a situation where it leads to unwanted sex. So be careful with that. But I do feel like this is a category where it's like you're you're by yourself and maybe you're not even like into having a relationship or anything because I just think that you're kind of like that you're at a place where you just want to have some fun. You're just gonna have fun, so you're gonna be partying, you're gonna be around a group of people, um but try to keep balance with that. Okay, that's just very important. And try to, and if you're going to engage in random sex or just one night stand situations, I just use protection. You don't want any type of you don't want to catch anything. You don't want any type of unwanted pregnancies. And like I said, if you are, please try to watch your drinks, your alcohol, um, especially if you're, I know it happens to guys too, but especially if you're a female, because there could be a situation where um, you're you're in a situation where it could lead to a sexual encounter that may not be um, consented. Okay, let's look at your first month. Yeah, see, everything is supporting everything I just said as far as like it's like the way you come into the year, it's like it's kind of what you're going to be a lot. I almost guarantee that majority of you guys are repeating the 7 year cycle too as well. Um it looks like here that there's definitely going to be some mental issues, some mental battles that you're going through. You're trying to figure some things out about yourself. You're going through a tower strike. So yeah, a lot of you guys are definitely are repeating the 7 year cycle. It looks like you're going to be going through a tower strike. It's going to start immediately. It's probably already started now. You're probably already going through it now, but there is a tower strike that is happening in your life. Some of you guys have some legal issues that you're going to have to deal with in the first month of January, or something may occur where there's a legal issue. There's a judge here, so you're going to have to deal with a judge. Um, Try to really protect and if you can take an Uber, if you're going to be drinking or overindulging on New Year's, it might be like the safest route to take an Uber because it could be something like a like DUI or something like that, or driving under the influence. But there is a legal issue that's happening here in January for you where either you're going to acquire a legal issue or you're going to be standing before a judge or even possible incarceration. So that's going to be very, very important for you. Um, I need you guys to try to stay as balanced and grounded as possible starting off the year 2021. Your group, where it's going to be unexpected things that's going to be happening, it's going to be unexpected events and situations that they're just going to be unexpected. You're like, oh my God, oh my God. And you're going to have to be able to deal with them accordingly. You're going to have to be able to deal with them because you're going to have to be able to deal with them. It's going to be some unexpected things that are going to occur that you just were not ready for. And you're going to have to find a way to deal with them calmly and with balance. And I know that's easier said than done again, but that's going to be important if you want any type of possible positive outcome. It does now, on the bright side of this, it does look like in a month of January, you will be presented with the opportunity or an offer that may be intriguing to you. It's going to be an offer that can help you come out of the internal battles that you have going on. It may be more or less like for self-help or even through with your finances. For some of you guys, it might be a plea deal. Again, some of you guys are going to be going through some legal issues, and maybe like a generous, like a plea deal for you, or like an offer through the courts. Please consider it, but do it calmly and with balance. Your planetary card, full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. This is a situation where I think that, again, it's kind of like what I was talking about, that self-reflection thing. It's like it's a time to look at yourself. It's a time to fix the things that you just don't like. If there's anything, I mean, you might see perfection. And if you see perfection, then there's nothing to fix. Like I always say, there's never going to be a solution if there's never a problem. So this is going to be a time for you to self-reflect. Some of you guys will have no choice but to self-reflect because you might be in jail. Not to say it like that, but it's going to be a time for you to self-reflect. It's going to be a time for you to really look at yourself and change the things that just no longer serve you, to get out of this energy. Because I do feel like you guys have a habit of overindulging on a regular basis, or you have a deep way of suppressing yourself, suppressing your mental and emotional disruptions, and it's causing you to overindulge, or it's causing you to have unhealthy habits and be in unhealthy situations. So this is going to be a time you're going to notice in the month of January, you're going to be like almost presented with opportunities to be able to look at self, change some things about yourself, and move on forward with your life. All right. So let's go ahead and look at situation number 4. Okay, looking at situation 4. Children, you guys only have one romance angel card that came out for you. Children, Scorpio. Okay, so if you're in category 4, yours is pretty simple and sweet. It actually is. It's actually pretty. It's pretty self-explanatory. It looks like you're gonna be how you're gonna bring in New Year's. It's likely. I do feel like you're going to be bringing in New Year's at home or just with your family. I do feel like for some of you guys, the majority of you are like, you might be single parents. In this group, I do feel like a majority of you are single. I do feel like you are single. I do feel like that maybe, again, you might just be at home with the kids or a small group. I don't know why when I was pulling you guys as cards, I saw you like maybe in a small group doing vision board parties, or doing it's something more intimate. It's either that you're at home with the kids, your family, or your like immediate family. You're celebrating at home, something small, something intimate. Or you're doing something like that's more positive though. You're doing something like manifestations, or you're doing something like vision boards. With you, I do feel and sense that, again, this is a singles group. You're not in a bad place at all. Like you're in a pretty good place. Like you don't feel like you're fiending for love. You don't feel like you're like depressed. You don't feel like you're in a toxic environment or situation at all. It's almost like you're just kind of like, you're just single right now. You're just single. But I don't feel like it's unhealthy though. I feel like, I do feel like you might kind of, in a way, which is just normal, in a way you kind of wish that you were bringing in the New Year's with a special person. I think you kind of wish that, or you kind of like that's in the back of your mind, like it'll be nice to have somebody here with me, that type of thing. Like, but it's not anything where it's like, oh my God, I'm so depressed, I'm angry, let me go ahead, I'm going to overindulge, I'm going to be destructive, I'm depressed. It's not anything like that at all. It's like you're content, you're okay. Part of you is a little bored, especially, and it's crazy because I do feel like for some of you guys, you might be like, single parents, and then you're bored, you're like, okay, whatever, or I wish I can be doing this, or I wish I was doing that, or like, or it'll be nice if I had this, or it'd be nice if I was with somebody. But it's not a big deal. It's like, you're still okay, you're still good, you still feel fine. Or even, like I said, I do feel like a lot of you guys would be manifesting. You're going to be in a place where, again, it's going to be something where you're just going to be kind of you're not going to be really out partying. You're not going to, I think you guys are going to be at home, and you're going to be you're going to be doing some positive things, or even being with your family is positive. And this is all signs. Like, this can be anybody, any initial. I just feel like this is like, when I tried to channel like the signs, it's like everything came up. So I was like, I'm not going to even go through all the signs. It's all signs, like all initials. This can be like anybody. You guys really, I mean, it's going to be pretty quiet. It's going to be the quiet. But like I said, it might be something where just a small gathering of people, you guys might be doing something. I do see a lot of manifest, like a lot of creating. And that's fine. That's fine. But I do, like I said, feel like you guys are going to be more single coming into the year. But it's not again, it's not going to be like I'm sitting there with a box of chocolate and ice cream and a bottle of vodka type of thing. It's just more or less like, oh, okay, well, here's another year. Happy New Year's. Now, I was looking at how you're bringing in your year, and it's very interesting. So some of you guys, and I'm going to start off with the planets first with you guys. The first one is the end of a tough cycle approaches. When I tell you I got chills when I pulled this card for you, I think a lot of you guys that are in this category are making solid decisions to come off that 7-year cycle, and you're being successful with it. You're making very solid decisions. You're making, and it's not just I'm making a decision, but you're taking action too as well, which is amazing, because look, what's next? Prosperity lies ahead. In the first month of 2021, which is January, you guys have some great stuff happening. You guys have prosperity building. You're going to be celebrating. It's almost like you are in a place, like it's like prosperous times ahead. Again, you are coming in. I do feel like you may be coming into the year solo. However, it may not stay that long it may not stay that way very long. But you guys have a focus on your money, your prosperity, your business. Some of you guys are going into your path, your purpose, and you have some prosperous times ahead, some celebrations. Like you're going to be feeling good. So even after on January the 2nd, you're going to be like, okay, you're going to be feeling this sense of excitement, this sense of happiness, this sense of hope. You're going to be feeling really excited, Again, I do feel like a lot of you guys are going to be doing manifestations. And if you're in this group, situation 4, if you're not going to be doing I recommend that you do something. Just do a small vision board or write down a goal list for the year 2021, because you guys are manifesting very rapidly, and the universe is saying like you have a new beginning. You're coming off of the end of so you may be a category where maybe this year has not been, well, I can't, that's pretty broad, because for a lot of people the year hasn't been the greatest, but so maybe the month of December was kind of like the grand finale of things, and maybe it was kind of like up and down for you in the month of December. But the cycle is ending for you. Some of you guys really, really, really have made a strong choice and decision, or will be making a strong choice and decision in the month of December to get off the cycle. You've made a choice. You've made a decision to get off the cycle. And so therefore it's going to be ending for you, and you're going to be going into a new beginning, new prosperity. And I love this card because it's new growth. It's like it's new beginnings. It's new beginnings. This is in number one. It's number one. number one, new beginnings, and number three, rejoicing and celebration, which means that you're going into a place of happiness. This is also the heart chakra. So you guys have, it's not as intense as all the other ones, but I mean, it's not bad either. It's actually, I think, one of the best situations to be in. So, yeah, so that's you guys' readings, how you're going to be bringing in 2021. If you do want a personal reading or want to find out what category you're in, please feel free to contact me on my website, www.candicesgsmith.net. Or if you are in this position, I know that I still have the special going on for the 7-year cycle consultation. If you feel like you're almost, I think a lot of you that I was talking about yesterday, where you're like, I'm like, you're so close, you're so close. You're almost, I think a lot of you will probably be in this category right here if you make the right decisions and the right choices to change or shift or tweak whatever you need to before entering into the new cycle, which begins January 3rd. Wow, look. Wow. I looked at this. 1-3, January 3rd, 1-3. So yeah, a lot of you guys in this, oh my God, 1-3. What do the other cards say? Yep, and the Empress is number 3. 1-3. So 1-3. I just noticed that 1-3. 1-3. So yeah, a lot of you guys have made a solid decision to come out the cycle, and you're going, and it's ended for you. It's ended. You're coming off the train. So, and I do feel like a lot of you guys are really close right now. I think that you've made a decision this month in December, and you did it. That you healed whatever you had to heal. You did whatever you had to do. And now you're going into a new phase, a new cycle. And I'm so proud of you guys. Hi. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah. So like I said, if you feel like you're close, or if you do need help getting off of the 7-year train, feel free to contact me. Again, I do have the special through this month to help people who want to go into this new phase, because it's beautiful. This is actually I think the best way out of all of them, actually. So, because everything else is going to come. All right, you guys. Well, you guys be blessed. Take care. Everything's in the description box if you need me. Take care. Bye-bye.